Valla bu arada Valorant'ı da özlediğinizi biliyorum. Diğer arkadaşımın iş yoğunluğu fazla olduğu için bu aralar pek fazla girip oyunu oynayamadı. Yani iş programı biraz karışık olduğu için. Hani bilmiyorum bugün veya yarın sürpriz yapar mı? Valla bana kalırsa girse daha iyi olur diyeceğim ama işte yoğun olduğu için pek bir şey yapamıyor. Bakalım belki bir sürpriz yapabilir bize bugün. Akşama doğru zaten belli olur. Şimdi biz oyunumuza devam edelim.
On Hindersfell, Geralt and Yen learned that Ciri had returned to the Isles. She'd rejoined her friend, the masked mage. They had boarded a boat and sailed off in an unknown direction. The boat had returned, one passenger on board, a creature as mindless as it was hideous.
Giddy up.
Nasıl dedim burada bırakmadım diye hatırlıyorum ama. Sen kılıcını sok da. Sakin sakin gidelim.
That be hard to bugger.
Sorry.
Şimdi buralarda bir yerde bırakmıştık zaten.
Take it easy.
Can you swing an axe?
You best take that back.
You defile sacred ground. The gods will never forgive you for this.
Ye ain't welcome here, witch.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Far Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Far Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Nowhere to look for the mage and the djinn?
The locals say they last saw Amos's ship off the coast of Hindersfjall, just before a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
Doubt we'll find them then. Mage is probably fish food, and the djinn escaped.
Not necessarily. But even if it is so, I'll not give up without seeing some evidence. Will you help me? I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
Yennefer her zaman yardım ederiz yani.
Lies. What do you believe that?
So you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
Bugün Yennefer sessiz.
Oh, they did him good. Cut his paunch open, pulled out his guts,
Biraz
and made
fazla
him run
geliştirdik
around
ama.
a tree till he ran out. Guts.
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
Manzaramız da iyiymiş valla.
The ship carrying the gin sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
Yani.
No.
Ulan. Nereye gidiyorsun Geralt ya?
Geralt, how long must I wait? Are you ready to sail?
Not sure this gin thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
Hızlı yolculuğa ihtiyacım yok şu an, biraz yürüsünler ya.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Assad I Criede Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's your bath? Water warm enough for you?
Jump in, see for yourself.
Seawater wreaks havoc on my complexion. Just find the wreck. How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
I wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside.
Lan tepemde de şey gibi dönüyorsunuz. Kulağımı şey yaptınız ya. Abi onu da kullanmıyorsun ki ya. Ay tüküreyim ya. Abi hiçbir şeye ateş etmiyorsun, bir şey yapmıyorsun. Arbalet kullan diyorsun, onu da alıp eline ateş etmiyorsun ki. Saçma sapan işler
Something
ya.
here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time.
Bir bölümü 55 kere oynatma bana da. Gözünü seveyim ya.
Assad I Friday Rithorn.
Ready. Careful down there.
Yani başka türlü iş yaptırmayacaksın bana yani. Hah, şimdi gezebilirim.
How's it going?
And you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside.
Vallahi bakınıyorum Yennefer ne var ne yok diye. Sanırım başka bir şey yok burada.
Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew, then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Okay. Yennefer'in yanına gidelim şimdi. Ya tekneye çıksana ya.
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Say we find the gin. What do? Ask for a beautiful house, and a palace, and a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the gin, or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our gin's down there.
Ulan dalsana. Adamın dalışla ilgili sorunu var ya.
Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Haimai symbols. Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Haimai symbols. Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Haimai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donar was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Dimon. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
Bu da bitti. Allah Allah, çıksana şu tekne ya.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were
Belli.
looking for the Golden Dragon and the avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? The chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. Let's see what it is.
Ulan. Ucu ucuna vurdun yemin ediyorum ya. Kaldı mı başka?
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax.
I su foltje bedem ein echte illiveid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. Too cramped in here for us both.
I su foltje bed.
Silver, pearl-encrusted cutlery. Should belong to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well be his ship.
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Transverse cut through the pelvis. Surgical precision. No conventional weapon could do this.
Neyse göre güncellendiğine göre çıkabiliriz yukarı. O kadar derine dalmışız ki yani. Cesetler de zaten tepeye vurmuş.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the gin.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Yine portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... 3.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this gin?
But you already know. A djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a djinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
What if I don't want to know?
I'm afraid you no longer have a choice. Come, let's search the ship.
Grafikte de bir gariplik var ama renk gidiyor, bir geliyor, bir şey oluyor. Nasıl bir peşte düzelttiler bu oyunu anlamadım hakikaten ya. İzlerken muhtemelen siz de fark edersiniz bunu ama hala devam ediyor yani.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the djinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Djinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life.
I've yet to decide how to word it. We should explore the ship.
Yanlışlıkla burada Yennefer'le bir şey yapmayacağız.
Nothing interesting here. Nothing here. Interesting. Wonder what this means. Wonder what this means.
Ben de bilmiyorum Geralt ne anlama geliyor.
Mystery of Mysteries, Agnes of Glanville.
Yazılar bilmem neler.
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Wonder what this means. Mage must have slept here. Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. War left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
Think the Jinn did this to him?
No, it wouldn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, "Take us away, anywhere, to a mountaintop, even." And the Jinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you. If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
Colds preserved the corpse. Died from head trauma. Bookcase cracked his skull. Must have been a hard landing atop this mountain.
Yennefer'in yanına gidelim.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame Jinn, Rif Kaishta El Daira, Kaishta et Disglair, Devired Mi Castle.
Ne oluyor bu?
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sea.
Care to trade places?
Lan görmediğim bir şeyde de dövüşmek enteresan yani. Ulan Yennefer. Ulan başlayacağım Yennefer ya. Öldürecek dedim öldürdü ya. Öf. Lan çok mu uğraştınız böyle değişik boss fight'lar yaratmak için ya? Bir de şunu aynı yerden
Coles
başlatmasam.
preserved the corpse. Died from head trauma.
Envanterden değiştireyim şunları da yiyeceği şeyleri.
Bookcase cracked his skull. Must have been a hard landing atop this mountain.
Step.
What do you go?
Some.
Boss'a gelelim de.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him to the spear.
Care to trade places?
Ay tüküreceğim ya.
Just a bit more. I can feel his strength raining.
Aa.
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them.
Step.
What do you go?
Some.
Came.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Enerjiyi de bir dolduramadı yani. Buna taktik yapmazsam bu öldürüyor. Vallahi benim üstümdeki silahlar pek güçlü olmadığı için. Doldur şu enerjini artık hadi ya. Hadi artık. Hadi nereye kayboldun ya? Gel buraya ya. Allah'ım ya. Öf. Sen ne lanet bir şeymişsin ya.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a djinn can remove another djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free.
En azından görüntün düzeldi.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Jinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Daha fazla aşık oldular tabii.
What was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. but it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
What's next? Got any plans?
That depends what you mean. We must find Ciri, and then defeat the hunt. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us.
Bence de bir torpil geçiyorlar yani.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. I shall scour the palace library for something, anything that might help us determine who or what the creature Skal saw is.
Kaer Morhen's got a pretty rich library.
I shall search that later. Besides, we really should report to the Emperor.
If we gotta, we gotta.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do.
Fine. If you gotta go, go.
It shan't take long.
Better not.
I'll see you again soon.
Take care of yourself.
Burada bayağı bir ziyafet varmış.
Greetings. I'm Geralt.
The Witcher known as the White Wolf, I know. They tell stories about you every day round here. Looking for an open seat at the table?
I'll be fine. Just wanted to talk. Gotta say, I like the place.
I should hope so. Found it a ruin when I came here from Undvik. Gulls shitting into the tankards through the gaps in the thatch. I bought the hut, rolled up my sleeves, and made a proper alehouse out of it.
Why'd you call it the New Port?
Continuity. Owned the old port on Undvik. Few of my former customers come here evenings to reminisce about the old times.
What smells so delicious?
Parada kalmamış ki.
Heard Hjalmar came here to gather men for his expedition.
Aye, he did. Such spirit. Stormed in, swept the bowls off the table, jumped atop of it and cried, "I'm sailing off to seek glory. Who's with me? Who wants to cut off that bloody giant's head?"
Guess that was enough to recruit a longboat full of men.
They carried him out on their shoulders, yelling all the while, "We'll win back the forge, string that giant up by his gizzards." Should have seen it, Witcher. Brought tears to my eyes.
They wanted to take back a forge? What's that about?
Never heard the Undvikers forged the best armor in these isles. Their swordsmiths are nothing to sneeze at either.
'Cause we made our blades like the dwarves forged their sails.
Soft layered core fitted with a hard steel coating.
How do you know? That's a Clan Todorok secret.
Got some friends who are dwarves.
Perhaps you do. But the ore from the mines of Undvik, why, not even... Well, no one's got it. That's that.
Hjalmar seems popular around here.
He is crack, son.
Clever lad. Put together a fine crew. Hardy drinkers and warriors both. By the times I've had to piece together tables and benches after hosting them. The Unvik lads he took on. No spring minnows either. In fact, 'twas a clan Tordarach man gave Hjalmar the idea for the expedition. The shipwright, what's his name? Viggy? That's him. Hoped to earn a new byname, the Fearless. Till now they'd called him the Loon.
Hjalmar must have had a plan. Tell me about it.
Plans? Ha! They didn't even know where to look for this giant. As I recall, Viggy wanted to cross a frozen lake and scale the mountains.
They say the giant came from there. Awoken by the frost that gripped the land around the
Adamların suratları da hep aynı ya.
So did that man
Kasmamışlar yani.
It can only get worse. Even the gods. Well.
Another one don't believe Ragnarok is nigh. You'll see. All of yous.
So long.
Glad to be of service. If you need to know more about Undvik or the giant, ask Axel, or that one over there, or Anter.
What do you want?
I'm looking for people from Undvik.
They're dead.
See now, I heard many survived.
Stubborn, get your... What do you want to know?
You there when the giant attacked?
Aye, I was. One of the Jarl's personal guards. I failed him. Led no credence to what the priestesses said. That we'd be punished. For robbing the earth of iron. Forging it into blades that men kill one another with. That Freya would punish us. Perhaps they spoke the truth.
Jarl of Undvik. Tell me about his death.
Jarl Harald Houndsnout. His whole crew died that night. Wilmar, Wilfred, and Wilhelm. I reached them too late. Saw the giant dash Wilmar against a rock. He fell right beside me. All his bones broke, wriggling like a salmon on the sand.
Harold was dead by then?
What? No, Jarl fought like a bear. Slicing and dodging and hollering, then slicing again. Couldn't save himself, though.
How did you manage to survive?
First I heard the giant growl to those flying sirens. Damn me if he weren't giving them orders.
Under stress, men see all kinds of things.
I know what I saw. Rushed to help the Jarl, but one of the cunts sunk her talons in me, lifting me up. Tried to take me to their nest. Pecked me apart, I reckon. But I broke loose of her grip. Plummeted from quite a height. Crashed hard, couldn't stand. Last thing I saw, swarm of sirens swooping down on the Jarl, thrashing round him. He yipped, he yelped, he screamed, he hollered. Then silence. The men escorting the women and the children to the ships took my unconscious flesh away and brought me to Ard Skellig.
I should go.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bunlarla konuştuktan sonra çıkalım.
I'm looking for men from Undvik.
You've oars from the Isle, and I once cut those waters with nary a race. Could trace you the shoreline in my sleep. A lovely excursion, if not for the bloody sirens.
I'm the one to ask. Me or excellent Tardarok. He's over there. What can a bloke from Ard Skellig know about Undvik?
Heard you trilling a different tune when Hjalmar was gathering his crew. Your love for the Ancrate fade that quick.
It doesn't mind dang dire.
Yavar's from there, or so he claims. And you seem to know these waters. Why didn't you sail with Hjalmar?
Because that kind of expedition needs a true leader. And a whelp looking to collect bumps on his skull can only be its doom. Once I...
You'd rather sit in your arse nose in the air, you Zaracanian princess. Brave lad comes along, you sail with him. I'd have sailed with Hjalmar if only those seahorses hadn't banjaxed my knee. Would have sailed instead of sharing a table with a grumpy barnacle like you.
You'd sail with anyone who'd let you aboard. Crack's daughter included.
You mentioned sirens. Many on Undvik?
So many. More on the other isles.
Bollocks.
Once they attacked Lars and me when we were fishing. Before we could drive him off, they pulled Lars in the water and scratched me up so bad that... Oi!
Drive away the sirens? How's that work?
Ha! Plain to see you're no islander. With a horn wall's horn. One toot, and they plough and scurry off so quick the waves rock your boat.
Need to get to Undvik.
Another thrill seeker. Well then, listen close, lest you end in a watery grave. Sail out of port and head southwest. Watch for rocks protruding like pricks out of the water. You'll have to do some tricky tacking to get past them. Some of them shorter, just below the surface, so careful not to scrape right over them. Big breach your hull, you're done for. 'Cause just a few minutes in that icy water makes a corpse. One time I remember...
Stick to the point.
Aynen.
Oh, fine. Watch for the currents, 'cause they can drag you off course. Dash against the rocks even. With a bit of luck, you'll land on the same beach where Hjalmar landed.
Nice talking to you, but time I was on my way. So long.
Fair winds to you.
Hadi kaçalım artık.
You heard? Me dad grew pale like you just for a day.
You're pale. Drink last night too.
Lovely.
Chamomile.
Chamomile? Now what's that for?
Your stomach.
Seen the plans?
Who are there, Witcher?
You're looking for work?
Man needs worries like a boat needs ballast.
Listen, Witcher. Got us some weird diabling. You know, drowners. Real problem. The kind your silver sword could most certainly solve.
Let me guess. They're tearing your nets, devouring your fish, and attacking the occasional lone boatman or tavern patron who walks home along the shore.
Were that the only harm? Terrors in the bay are meaner than on the continent. They hunt come dusk or dawn. Attack fishermen wielding just oars and warriors alike. Sea tosses them up after. Armor shredded, guts devoured.
Strange. Any witnesses?
Rurik, my apprentice. He was on a boat the Muir Diablin attacked. There's Tove, too. Her man was killed. She lives nearby, up a bit. Sorry, none of it comes to mind. Those who see the beasts, meet him, well, they generally don't come back to dry land alive.
Let's talk about my pay first. A bit too modest for my taste.
That's dear, it is. But could be worth it. All right, I'll pay you what you want.
I'll take the job. Dealt with drowners many times. It'll soon be over. Got my word on that.
We've naught to talk about till you kill those sea fiends.
Working.
One wreck after another.
Rurik, right? Heard you were on a boat the drowners attacked.
Aye, I was. With Ulf, my cousin, gathering our crab traps off the Kjerrig cliffs. Ulf was pulling up a line, having a hard time of it. Grand, I thought. Cage has got to be full, it'll be a good haul, then... Something tugged back and down. Weren't a blink and Ulf was underwater. Called after him once, twice, thrice. Then the water went red with blood. I smelled something horrid. Rotten, but worse. And the Muir Diablin flipped the boat. Don't even know how I made it ashore. Must have had Freyr watching over me.
That, or the monsters had eaten their fill. Thanks for the story.
Wanderer? Every man on the continent's so bloodless. Freya smile upon you.
Are you Tove? I was told drowners killed your husband.
Then you were told right. First the sea took my son, and now my man. I'm the only one left. Kavilla, our son, he went out fishing and didn't come back. My man would walk out to the Kierad cliffs every day to watch for his boat. I told him he cannot bring him back to life, and that he could die himself. We'd heard about drowners, but he couldn't sit still. Donned his old coat and went. One night, he didn't come home. I fetched me brother, grabbed a torch, and we went looking for him. The Muir Diablin, sea fiends. They'd clawed him so bad, I only knew him by his coat.
Small comfort, I know. But the drowner problem will soon end. I promise you that. Farewell.
You can awful feel.
Huh?
I'm a simple chap.
What do you want from me?
No trouble.
Yours will be troubles. We need us a king who will send us all against the Black Ones.
You don't say.
Görev yerine doğru çıkalım şimdi. En azından müziklerimiz güzel de içimi rahatlatıyor vallahi giderken ya. Lan düzgün yoldan götürsene ya.
Another victim.
Lan dur. Ha, bir tane de orada.
Stench.
Lan. Başka?
That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby.
Buraya yakın bir yerde olması lazım. Ulan yürü. Ulan. Bir orada kafam karıştı ya.
Crabs. Must be near the fishing ground Rurik mentioned. That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby.
Bir tane kılıç kaptık.
That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby.
Şuraya bir bakın. Kal orada biraz daha. Ara dediklerini bulduk herhalde de niye orayı sürüklemek istiyorsun beni onu anlamadım. Ablacığım senin ne işin var burada ya? Hay Allah'ım ya.
drowners.
İlla biz oraya gideceğiz yani.
That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby.
Ben gece yapayım da önümü göreyim.
That stench. Drowners for sure. Lair must be nearby.
Peki dumanı takip ediyoruz. Tamam, kokuyu kokladık, geldik buraya. O yaratıklar falan var orada, onların yanına gideceğiz muhtemelen. kokunun içinde duruyorsunuz. Allah'tan oklar fazla da. Ya daha doğrusu sonsuz. Gel gel gel gel. Hay Allah'ım ya. Gözünü seveyim, en başa götürme beni ya.
That stench again. Slime and rotting flesh.
Aferin lan. Hani ben bunları yaparak niye yakmıyorum ki onları orada?
More drowners.
Ha, ne uğraşacağım? Yak gitsin, onu satayım ya. Manyak gibi uğraşıyorum. Bir taşta kaç kuş? 6 kuş. Ha, tamam, iyidir. Arada ben de yemedim tabi. Bu kadarcık şeyden ölüyor musun ya?
That stench again. Slime.
Ulan şunları bari öldürdükten sonra save'ini alsam bir daha ya. İlla 50 kere oynatacaksın ya.
More drowners.
Like that silver.
That stench again. Slime and rotting flesh. More drowners. That stench again. Slime and rotting flesh. More drowners.
pelvis, scratched up, long wide claw marks. A pelvis, scratched up, long wide claw marks.
Ay tüküreceğim ya.
That stench again. Slime and rotting flesh. A pelvis, scratched up, long wide claw marks.
Yine oraya götürecek beni ya.
More drowners.
Of ya.
Rusty piece of armor, falling apart in my hands. Monster's lair, but definitely not a drowner's. Bruises on his neck, crushed larynx, strangled. Almost untouched, hidden for later. Drowners just don't do that. Bruises on his neck, crushed larynx, strangled. Bruises on his neck, crushed larynx, strangled.
Yanmasak iyiydi de.
Almost untouched, hidden for later. Drowners just don't do that. bits of boats, torn sails, lines. Sailing decor, you could call it. That stench, the marks on the bodies. This must be a water hag's lair. Got a keen sense of smell. She won't come back while I'm here. Unless... she coexists with drowners. Maybe I could make an extract from their glands cover up my scent.
Şimdi doldu gene cebimiz. Mantar bulacağız. Mantar bulacağız biz. Anlaşıldı, bir tane şeyimiz eksik.
For a place to hide and wait behind those boats.
Ay tüküreyim ya. En geriden başlatma, gözünü seveyim.
do it. Now for a place to hide and wait. Behind those boats.
Enerjini doldur bu arada. Geberdi. Yani zor da olsa geberdi yani. Üf. Enerjini doldur da. Buradan çıkamayacağıma göre. Tabii çantada da olduğu için adam koşamıyor. Ha gayret hadi. Hadi. Ben en iyisi Roach'u çağırayım da. 5 saatte çıkamayacak çünkü şu an oraya. Peki Roach gelecek mi buraya? Geldi valla. Buradan bir yerden dolu bulursam iyi olacak. Adam koşmuyor çünkü üzeri dolu olduğu zaman ayar alıyorum o zaman da.
Hey there. Job's done. Here's the proof.
Now why would I want to see... What the devil is that?
Water hag. An old, clever one. She was the danger.
Seen a lot of ugly critters in me life. Morays, lampreys, blobfish. But never nothing like this. Your reward. Well earned, Witcher. Well earned.
Thanks. So long.
You've come a long
You
way.
believe that damage was done in battle? Drunkards ran smack. That's what snapped them.
Geralt of Rivia, our hero.
Must be the one we are summoned.
Truth to that bladder by the ice giant.
How'd he make his fortune?
Well, what is it?
Honest reading and plundering.
Where'd he
Seen
get
the
that?
plan? Strange longship we're building. Bottom's almost flat. Needs worries like a foot drop.
You went from Nilfgaard,
See,
Elvis?
straight and even.
He used to sail beside the Yaruga, plunder Sodom. Yaruga's a shallow river.
Sure, but you gotta cross this.
Hızlı olun oraya doğru bir gideyim ben.
Such thing as bad ships or bad weather.
I said the same, but the Alma wouldn't listen. He says, I'll die famous, I'll come back a rich man. Either way is good.
Man needs worries like
Don't
a
eat so much. Why the spit not? Because if you get hit in the gut and those herrings get tangled in your entrails, there'll be no hope for you.
Falmer's right. Verbena, lovage, chamomile.
You see the white seems dangerous. Or wolven eyes or something.
What about
Wonder
an
what tide he drifted in on.
He's a Zerricanian. Saw droves of his kind on a voyage.
Not bad as steel goes.
May your axe never crumble.
See how little you know the word.
Yais. Outlanders are welcome to try too.
Yeah.
Glory and honor
I recognize
reign
your type
every
a
which
mile
way.
away.
Son görev noktamıza gidelim. Zaten bir 5-10 dakika içerisinde kapatacağım oyunu. Yani yeni bir görev alma taraftarı değilim ama şöyle bir ne var ne yok diye bir bakayım.
Triss could not help Geralt, yet she did direct him to Corrine Tilly, an oneromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Kısa bir görev noktasına gideceğim. Orada bir görelim ne var ne yok.
Welcome.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You, Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... how did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button rear fixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
I know this is none of my business, but why do
I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a Witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested. Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Pek ihtiyacım olacağını sanmıyorum ama.
It's getting cold.
Good grief. I'm lollygagging.
Son alana doğru devam edeyim. Beni yönlendirsin şöyle. O noktada bırakalım oyunu.
Your blades. Why not hit your waist like everyone else?
Yeah, no. Oh, fuck, don't write it.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after
Grey like
all.
my grandma.
Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever.
Where'd he get bit?
It hurt him much.
Will he die?
You don't die from rats.
So his mother parents.
My sister won't believe it.
Like as not.
In the How do you know?
He can swallow salt. Mum says that if he
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No? Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelion's? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snaky whip rose skyward. Jee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lava bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Evet arkadaşlar, bugünlük de bu kadar diyelim. 2022'nin son Witcher canlı yayını yaptım. Pazartesi günü gene kaldığımız yerden devam ederiz. Gerçi önümüzdeki ay PlayStation Plus üzerinden güzel oyunlar da gelecek. Yani orada farklı oyunlara da geçebilirim. Arada bundan da devam edebilirim. Valla Valorant'ı açmayı isterdik açıkçası ama kısmet olmadı, bilmiyorum. Yarın gene açar mı diğer arkadaşım ama zor ihtimal gibi gözüküyor. Artık herhalde önümüzdeki haftalarda onun boşluk durumuna göre bakacağız artık. Herkesin yeni yılını da kutluyorum bu arada. Umarım hani bir yıl her ne kadar benim için çok iyi geçmese de umarım diğer arkadaşlarımız için güzel bir yıl olmuştur. Önümüzdeki yılın temenni ederim ki daha iyi bir yıl olmasını dilerim açıkçası. Ve bugünlük bu kadar diyorum arkadaşlar. Pazartesi günü görüşmek üzere. Herkese yeni yılı kutlu olsun diyorum tekrardan. İyi tatiller bu arada.